Welcome to Showmance, the #1 show on YouTube doing deep dives on shows with no depth. And tonight, it's finally the final end of Summer House.
And also like an actual truthful opening, which somebody was like, oh, that's chauvinistic. No, it's ironic. It's just funny. But this time, legitimately zero depth to this whole episode. Waste of money. What are we doing? No, I was good last week. Bye. Didn't need a second of this.
We could have gotten closure reunion episode 1, but they chose to withhold all of that information and drag it out. And give us more information than we had. I felt like I was being edged.
Yeah, dude, 100%. Like, what in the shit face is going on?
I feel differently. I don't feel as though we got so much more clarity, but there was way more information so that I could put other pieces of the puzzle together for myself. And also just the depth of sociopath that West is. I feel like we got a lot more information there. You know, the texting of Meija, you win, you psycho. The 6-hour conversation they're having. Amanda doesn't know about that. How Amanda and West are playing each other against each other to people. And it's been 4 weeks. You've been in a relationship for 4 weeks and you already have these massive problems. Like that I will say this. Amanda's a child. Amanda is stuck in some weird, as Nat always says, like me first in the gimme gimmes kind of alternative universe. And that was so apparent here. And obviously we will get into it. But I did feel as though she was a little bit more of a human being having a conversation with Lindsay. And Lindsay was doing the job. And Andy, I love you, but Lindsay was doing the job that Andy should have been doing in the sense of asking her questions and then getting us to an actual answer. When she was saying, you know, at that point, why didn't you stop? Like, I just felt like Andy, for whatever reason, didn't have a good hold on this.
He knew the outcome, which was the outcome.
Which was we're doing this episode?
She said nothing.
No, she said nothing, but like Lindsay got her to say more.
Not really. She got her to say more words.
Well, no, then let's jump into it because there are so many things that I don't want to just like call stuff out. But I feel like I
actually took notes this time.
Okay. All right. So we start off May 13th, 20 days after the reunion. And it's Lindsay's apartment is really great, guys.
Like that was my note. I gotta take 42 minutes of a house tour at this place. Yeah. That could probably be 2 parts because it's so massive and huge and gorgeous. Every time we're there, I'm like, is this bitch win the lottery or some shit? That's got to be an $82 million apartment in New York City.
What do you think her rent is?
Is she renting or she bought it? I thought she bought it.
She bought it.
I don't know. Didn't she buy a house?
If she's renting, that place has to be.
My guess was going to be like
15K a month.
Oh, I was going to say like 18, 20.
Oh,
my
okay.
Guess.
Like
only because my best friend had a 1-bedroom for like 8,000 10 years ago.
Dude, so. You get a closet for 5.
Okay, but let's see.
Yeah, that place is so gorgeous and really decorated. Like every time, I'm like, you other people are.
Yeah.
Poor people, get away. I want to hang out with Lindsay.
Most of the people in her building own their units. Hers is the only one in the building that is rented out to a tenant. So no, she does not own. She leases.
You think that?
However, she does own a 4-bedroom townhouse in Nashville.
Oh yeah, we knew that.
Right.
Yeah.
Do we think that? Probably not. Do you think that makes Lindsay feel awkward?
What?
That she's the only renter in a
No, she's like, are you kidding?
I was like, I was thinking, I'm like,
she's
dumb
She's like, look at my
every
life.
time she brings Gemma up there, this is where Gemma's growing up. She's like, Lindsay doesn't even play the piano. And she has a piano in the entry.
Yeah.
That's valid. Do we know that?
That she doesn't play the piano?
She didn't tickle the ivories just
if
a smidge?
she played the piano, you think this bitch would be on TV for 10 years and we wouldn't hear her brag about that once? We know about ROTC.
That's true. The summer house. Did you see that video that I sent you of those fans that got to go stay at the summer house? There's a piano in the house.
Yes.
So if she knew how to play the piano, we would have seen it on the show.
But also, how come how come Jesse never sat down and twinkled?
Listen, they probably
because it's not on the piano's never on camera.
Well, it would be if he sat down and played.
No, like I don't think it's in an area where they're allowed to go and have cameras.
Listen, not my house, but I know my way around.
That's right. That
video was super cool.
It was such a cool video.
Yeah, I like that.
I wish they. Never mind.
But okay, so Lindsay's apartment is great. Lindsay, 10 out of 10. We'd all like to come to a dinner party there. Amanda comes over.
Yeah, we're not going to keep talking about it.
Oh,
the bathroom. I'm kidding.
This is now an Architecture Digest.
Yeah,
wait,
I wish it was.
I do
just
actually
for
really
one
love
episode.
the kitchen. Like if we want to have that big
legit,
island, the
that's it,
vaulted ceilings.
Every time, yeah.
I love like an open concept kitchen.
Yeah.
It's so
like
nice.
to the living room.
Yes.
Same.
And
because
just
I like
space
to cook and watch TV and also be and because I'm always
and like
in the
entertain
kitchen
while you're cooking, maybe like be in the action
and space to cook. Like I like to cook too, but like in our studio, we have a small studio kitchen here. It's very tough to cook in the small studio kitchen. So like when I see counter and space, like where you could take all the stuff out, prep it, cook it, plate it, eat it, like I'm like I feel funny in my pants.
That's right.
Yeah.
Same.
I've seen some crazy New York apartments that my friends have lived in. It's literally like their countertop is like a sliver. And that's it. That's all they have. They use their stove as part of the counter.
No. My friend who's granted the apartment was 2 floors and like had a spiral staircase up to the bedroom with like a little balcony, but the kitchen was, when you say like, oh, there isn't a full kitchen here. No, she really didn't have a full kitchen. It was a mini fridge, no dishwasher, a sink, and just a countertop maybe from like here to here.
That's crazy.
It was $8,000 a month. Granted, it's in the best area of the West Village. The apartment was so charming. It's just, that's what New York costs.
The West Village, you say?
That is what I say. Okay, so Amanda comes in. Lindsay yells to take your shoes off. They both have a lull over the fact that everyone brought wine. They're all having Whispering Angel.
I don't understand how.
They were eerily chummy.
Yeah, it was too weird. But I also don't understand how she had to. If you're allowing her in your house, take your it doesn't make any sense. Shoes on, shoes off, still a piece of trash. Oh. Right? I'm making her sit on the floor.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't think Lindsay hates Amanda. I think Lindsay hates West. Yeah. I think that Lindsay's real pissed at Amanda, but I don't know. I don't think they were too chummy. I don't think it wasn't suspect to me that she was acting that way to her. I think she wanted to also get mine for information.
Yeah.
And she knows she wasn't going to get anywhere with Amanda if she just went in there and like dropped the hammer. That's what
fully
I thought.
Activated. Yeah. I think one, they got closer from what we've seen on In the City.
Yeah.
Two, I think you're right. I think Lindsay is very goal oriented and she wanted this information and she knew, because even Amanda said so, like when I get yelled at, I dissociate, and we saw that at the reunion. Yep. So I think Lindsay played the long game with Amanda this time around, whereas at the reunion she was just like fully activated and she just knows that that's not how Amanda responds well. But again, to me, it was eerily chummy, like weird to see them be so chummy together, like joking about the wine and like trying to like reconnect over nostalgia.
Oh, see, I didn't think they were trying to reconnect. I think it's like an awkward thing. Someone comes in your house, there's a camera crew there, and you're here to talk about really uncomfortable shit. And I think, not that they were uncomfortable, but I think it was just, like, haven't you ever run into someone that you maybe had like a bad ending with, but it's, you know, some time has passed and you're just with them and it's just kind of like, oh yeah, we used to love this wine. You're not gonna like go in hot and rip them a new asshole.
No, of course not.
I just felt
especially if you're on camera.
Yeah, and she also was there for a purpose.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just weird to me. I got weird vibes from it.
Okay. I'm with you.
From the intro.
I'm with you. I thought the same thing. Like for a minute, I was like, "What's happening? I don't understand why." And it was from jump, like straight away. That's what right in our face. You know what I mean? So we went from 3 episodes of screaming at her, right, to what we're doing wine parties now with Lindsay. Like, what's going on? And then I get the like long game and like, you know, Lindsay playing that. I also think now that like you forgot this again.
Sorry, I cleared it though.
Oh, they did. Great job. What was I saying?
You were saying that like you get the being goal oriented, but it was just and the long game of it all. But
I get all that, but I also I think what Lindsay was mining for was a $25,000 check. Was like fine. One more episode. Yeah, fine with it.
Yeah,
but it didn't. And then so like, but because I was upset with the when she was like, "Oh, you need a sister right now," and I was like, "Oh, sick, we're getting full on," and she didn't. So like now I'm like, okay, maybe that's why she's playing the long game. I do think that Lindsay is so pissed at West right now from the like last 2 hours of that reunion when she realized 100% like, oh, that motherfucker played me too. He played, you fucking played all of us, you little twat face. You're double twat faces and you're playing her. Like that's when I think she started railing on West. And I think, because I said, I'm like, this is, I had a lot of thoughts. One of them was, it's weird that she's going so hard to just destroy this relationship right now. Like after everything you went, like they ruined their lives. Like you're going to make it.
Who's going so hard to destroy
that Lindsay's going so hard to get them to break up, to split up, to not
she's
be together.
She's certainly going really hard to make Amanda see that, what she refuses to see.
But see, this is why
I don't like, yes, we would all do the same, right? Or maybe we didn't. We wouldn't because we wouldn't give a shit. But
I would also, if I had a genuine relationship with Amanda, which Lindsay did, that's why I thought, because so when we get into it, Lindsay says, what Mike just said, you need a big sister to give you the hard truth and tough love right now. And I thought she did give her the hard truth and tough love. You don't think so?
I didn't. I might think a little, I might I didn't at the time. Like at the time I was with Harris. I was like, this seems a little too chummy for my liking. That seemed a little too sweet to be like hardcore big sister. Like I'm gonna straight up tell you. Like she kind of did, but in a nice way. Like, but then if Lindsay knew, like, well, she's gonna shut down if I just unleash on her. Like now hearing that, I'm like, okay, that makes a little bit more sense. But at the time, yeah.
I think where I'm having a thought is like the reunion, she tried to rip her a new asshole. This episode, she tried to really, again, take care of her because she's the delicate little stupid child that she is. I wish there was a happy medium.
But I think it's West. I think that her realizing that West played everybody is making Lindsay... Like Lindsay's lashing out at West in this scene, right? She wants to ruin West's endgame at this point. Yeah. It's not a like, yes, obviously Amanda. She feels like Amanda's her friend. She's telling her, hey, this is a bad idea. But really like what Lindsay's doing is destroying West right now and making sure that Amanda either with him, leaves him so that he did this whole thing for nothing and that he can off and get fired and like, you think you're gonna come for me?
Take notes, Kenny.
You better not.
By the way,
deserved. Miss.
Yeah, and we're all cheering you on, Lindsay.
And he missed. He missed his shot at the queen and off with your head, buddy.
In the great words of Bethany Frankel, if you're gonna take a shot at this bee, you better not miss. And that's like a Lindsay,
Zing.
Right? I do think when. You know, because the next thing they say is, have you watched the show yet? Lindsay asks Amanda if she's watched, and she says, no, I still haven't watched. And Lindsay said I thought it was great. She was just like, you can't stick your head in the sand. You and West made a very adult decision, and now you have to be there for a very adult response to cleaning up this mess, essentially. And because Amanda is the perennial victim, and we've said it so many times, and she just can never acknowledge that she's always trying to
shift blame.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's so annoying because that's what's keeping you in these situations. If you took onus of your actions and took responsibility for what you did, you would realize, oh, this is crappy. I don't want to feel this way again. I don't want to make other people feel this way again. And then you would learn and do better. The reason you don't touch the hot stove the second time is because it really hurt the first time. And you're like, I don't want to feel that again. But by not watching the episodes, by being with a guy who's not watching the episodes, and not really having anyone, I feel, in your circle that's just giving it to you straight, and then you just trying to justify your behavior, it's what Lindsay said. Like you're just sticking your head in the sand.
Yeah. I think the bummer I had two bummers with this episode. One, I found it pointless. We didn't really get anything.
I agree with you. I felt like we left the reunion feeling like just how Lindsay and Mia said, like, I know less than when I came in.
Yeah.
And I felt like the reunion was a little womp womp in that we didn't get any closure. I didn't feel like I got closure from it.
And I don't think that we found anything out in this episode that wasn't
already there.
Known.
And
I disagree with that. I do think we found stuff out.
Like what?
I didn't know that she was saying he pursued me, but he was telling Ciara and other people that Amanda was going after him. I didn't know about the text afterwards that Meija got.
There's some dates that were in there, like on the text messages, that definitely like, oh, this has been going on for a while.
Yeah.
But in terms of closure, I didn't feel that I got that with this episode. I think that was the goal of it, but I don't think that they achieved it. For me at least.
Yeah. No, I agree, but I also kind of will admit that like it's maybe because I checked out a couple of weeks ago. I was like, okay, I'm done. I don't need them anymore.
I'm still fully locked in.
I don't care why you did this. I want to hang out with your friends, not you. You're done. You're in a timeout forever. That being said, defense disclaimer. Not defending anybody. I'm defending life, right? And when
more life, defending more life.
What?
It's Carl's podcast.
Yeah, I'm defending Carl's more life. This is not wrong. Everything about it is wrong. You shouldn't do these things. That being said, this shit happens, right? This isn't a crazy like, and that's and a little bit what Amanda was saying. I think West was trying to say it, but he doesn't know how to talk. Is like this isn't wild,
sex
like
scandal. He said something like that, right?
Just in like he said that, but like in life, right? Like if you're in a shitty marriage where you probably shouldn't be together in the first place, and it's been 10 years and you're not having sex and you're not on the same page, someone's going to come along and make you feel like you felt when you met that night and how you felt the first couple years. And like, if you're not careful, this shit happens. It just happens, right? And it happens all the time. And it just so happened to happen on a TV show that we're all watching.
Yeah.
I don't know a ton. Like you guys probably know way more about reality, not even probably 100%, but like Housewives and whatever. Like, has this ever happened other than Scandival before? Like, it's probably
not really
that someone's.
No, they more so go to jail.
Yeah,
valid.
For which like is tax evasion,
but there's no
fraud,
cheating
like
schedule.
That.
Or you are now with my ex-husband, or there's a couple ex-husbands
and rumors.
Yeah, there's allegations of rumors. People.
And the nastiness.
That's right. Talk about the husbands. But yeah, no, there's never
this level of betrayal. I feel like is not.
And also, can I just say, I think I said it last night. It's never the crime. It's always the cover up. I think so much of everyone's shock and awe is because of the cover up. And what I also got down to in this episode, like because I keep saying I feel differently than you guys about this episode. I did get down to more brass tacks with this episode. Not 100%, but they also don't want you to. That's the point of these shows. It's like leaving you at the cliffhanger at the end of the chapter, so you start the next chapter in the book, right? The shock and awe of the level of what a sociopath West is, that you don't see every day. That's some Jax Taylor shit. This is a dangerous person. He has no regard for anyone. Nobody in his life can trust who this person is. Not the people he works with, and I don't mean on Summer House. I mean like at Complex or wherever he has his job. If I was his podcast host, I would be frightened that this guy's going to do something psycho to me. And again, we just have to keep going through the episode because I don't want to like have all these spoilers. But like even when you just flashed back to those moments with West and Jesse in the bed during Summer House, and Jesse, his betrayal wasn't just this one isolated incident with Amanda, right? Like we hooked up, so sorry we didn't tell anyone. They were making him feel like a fool about it. Then all the Meija shit. He says on the show,
"How's Meija?"
Before that, he goes, "I think there's someone that you, or is there someone that you're excited about that you want to talk about?" And he's like, "No." I mean, he had a full-on girlfriend, and he's lying to Jesse on camera about it, and then lying to the producers about it. Like, you're a psycho, dude. You are the way that lies come out of your mouth is how everyone else just breathes. That is shocking when I see someone behave like that.
But we talked about this on the Valley last season about Jax and these other characters, and had asked the question of like, is that the you need a couple of those? Like, does that make a good TV show? Do you need a couple narcissists? Do you need people who are like, don't give a gonna do whatever? Like, is that clearly it's why people watch?
Maybe,
they
but
love those type of characters.
I think it's an important aspect of reality television and like housewife shows. But I think to this degree, like we just weren't expecting it. And I just feel very like blindsided, as Lindsay likes to say, by it. So for like example, like Real Housewives of Rhode Island right now, there's like an active cheating scandal happening like on the show, but we're watching it unfold on the show. It's not happening after the fact. It's happening on the show. So it's like you kind of have like an expectation in your head. It's like what might happen to Rula with Brian. Whereas with this, we thought everything was hunky-dory. And then come to find out it has not been hunky-dory for maybe over a year at this point. Because according to that
when
one
you say
post,
we thought it
like,
was hunky-dory, what do you mean?
Like that everything's like copacetic and they're not hooking up and they're
between West and
Amanda.
Like, we just thought Kyle and Amanda were obviously getting divorced. What's going on with West and Ciara? He was saying he misses her. He has regrets. He doesn't want Jesse to go after him. Like it is lie after lie after lie. And to your point, when you're saying like, do we need these characters to make an interesting show? Yeah, maybe, right? Like you put a little bit of spice in your dish and it amps up the flavor profile.
Right.
But first of all, we don't expect the spice to all give us wild, rabid food poisoning. And
months later.
And number two, it's...
But we have to.
Yeah. Maybe you need these like wild characters, but it still doesn't take away from the fact that this guy's a sociopath with what he did.
But that's what I'm saying. Are they booking sociopaths? Is that you get a what do you call it? Psychic evil. Like you can't go on a TV show without going through some. You can, but like you're probably going to end up f***ing you real hard if you don't run somebody through psych. If you're going to put them on TV, right? In a show like AGT, you're trying to weed out the ones that might have a hard time with having Simon tell them no, or Howie tell them they don't sing that good, or they're not funny, right? We have a psychiatrist on set all the time if we're doing judging, right? You want to avoid. We're trying not to put those people on AGT shows like these. Bravo, I feel like they're searching for them. You know, like they're like, give me the ones we can put on TV, and then give me the ones that are like, this is a iffy, and then they're picking the 2 or 3 out of that pile, and those end up the Jaxes and the what's his DJ, the other British DJ kid, and James Kennedy's and the.
But do you really
Craig
thought
Conovers.
the producers met West and were like, this guy's a psycho?
I don't think so. And I think that what you're trying to say is like, do you think Bravo hires these like big characters? I think Bravo looks for characters.
Yeah.
They look for Stassies. They look for Jaxes. They look for people with personalities that are out there.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think they're looking for sociopaths. The sociopaths have these big personalities like Wes.
Yeah.
And are later revealed, I feel like, to be sociopathic.
It's like, what is it? Shishito peppers. Like, it's a little bit of, like, you get a bunch of them and usually it's all good, but then you get one that fucks you and your mouth is on fire and you're crying and it's the worst thing ever. I think that's the Bravo casting pool, right? Like, yeah, you know these are all spicy little peppers, but there's one in there that's really going to screw with you.
I mean,
then it's a mystery.
Shishito pepper,
You haven't? Are you serious?
You've never had a shishito pepper?
Not one that's hot.
Oh my God. I have had one that...
Like, I liked them because I was like, oh, cool, these aren't hot. And I'm a little wussy.
You know, I am too. Haven't you had ones that have knocked you on your ass?
I've had one where I had to literally go buy a gallon of
milk. Same.
To nullify the shishito pepper.
Yeah, same.
Yes.
Okie doke.
So I think West is our spicy
He's our
pepper.
spicy shishito pepper.
Yeah.
He's a shitto pepper.
So back in Lindsay's amazing apartment, Amanda said, you know, I was in a terrible relationship and being with West and his friends made her fall in love with the side of herself that she never thought she would see again. It's hard to think rationally after all of that. And Lindsay says, you know, that's not an excuse. This is the guy that broke Ciara's heart, got her back, rinse and repeat. And this is where Amanda gets into that awful, like, get a true friend that's going to tell you this ain't the way, girl. Yeah. Like, you were in a terrible relationship. You chose to be there. You stayed with him for 10 years. You got married. As I was watching this, and really in my second watch, Amanda paints the picture that she has had the most miserable life for the last 10 years. Nothing good has happened to her. She doesn't understand the levels of privilege that have been afforded to her in so many different areas of her life. Like, you get paid to film a television show with all of your friends. You're an influencer. You make a boatload of money. I'm not saying that doesn't mean that your life doesn't have trials and tribulations like everybody else's, but it's a pretty sweet life that you got. Your husband, clearly you don't like him, but you chose to marry him. You did a whole expose or a whole thing in People magazine. They not profiled, what's it called when you give the exclusive to People magazine about how happy you are and what a wonderful day it was. Like, every day of the last decade of your life wasn't miserable. And if it was, you are 50% to blame because you are 50% of that relationship. I just can't stand when people don't take ownership on their own life and their own experiences. Because yes, of course, there are people out there that are in horrific situations that we can't even say on YouTube because we'll get bleeped or taken down or whatever. That's not you, Amanda. You live in the greatest city in the world. You are so privileged. You make a lot of money. You have 2 cute dogs. You're famous. You're rich. I don't, and I know that those things don't solve all your problems. But before this, you were one of probably 25 graphics designers at a scent company in New York City that had 2 weeks of vacation time every year. Now you get paid to go on vacation. Like, I'm missing it. I'm missing where your life was so hard.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for her whatsoever.
Right. Like, and when she says, like, I never thought I would feel this way again. I didn't think anyone would love me again. Like, you're 30. You're not 84. You're 34. Right. Get a grip. Get a therapist. Get a life. Sales at Kmart. I don't know what to tell you.
Defense disclaimer. Totally with you. Okay. But like, was Kyle not a dick though?
Then leave him. Then divorce him.
Or have married him.
Fine. Well, yeah, and he cheated and don't marry, like all those things.
Yeah.
But she did marry him, and she did ask multiple times for there to be a change.
And he didn't change. So where's her accountability to say, and now I'm leaving? You didn't.
But that's she
after 10 years.
Okay, well.
And she only left.
It's not 10 years. They've only been married basically for 4 or 5 years.
She says when she gets mad at Kyle said when she gets mad at me, she says you wasted the last decade of my life.
Yeah, but
where's the
they're
accountability,
kind of exaggerating.
Kyle?
Like we're on season 11.
No, they've been together for 10 years.
Okay, but the first year was like fake because she was a side piece. Right?
No. He asked her to be his girlfriend that summer.
Okay.
Coming from 2 people who are doing their
rewatch for 10 years.
For clues.
No, how about this? They've been married for 4 years. Correct. And they were engaged for what, 2? 2 or 3?
They got engaged season 4.
I think it was
season 3. No, it was
season 3.
I remember.
Yeah, so they were engaged for about 3 years.
Yeah.
So my point is, you were engaged for 3 years. You were married for 4. An engagement is I know it's not a marriage, but I'm just saying you are together with the intention of being married. So for the point of this conversation, it's the same thing. So in 7 years, when you've laid out all these ultimatums, you still decided to walk down the aisle and you still decided to stay for 4 years. And I don't think you were any walk in the park or picnic to be with. I'm not saying Kyle was husband of the year, but clearly you weren't wife of the year either. So you're both equally to blame. So my point is, Amanda, grow up and just say, listen, he wasn't the best husband. I wasn't the best wife because we are not the best matches for each other. And now I want us to both go our separate ways. I want him to be happy and I want me to be happy. But you never did that. You just cried about it every season and made it everyone else's problem.
Yeah, listen, in Courtney's perfect world, which we all want to live in, everyone says
sign me up.
Yeah, no, listen, me too. But like everyone says the perfect thing and says what they mean, and when there's a problem they vocalize it and it works out perfectly, and there's perfect apologies when it doesn't. Like, that's amazing. That's not real life. Real life is you're afraid to say that stuff. You don't want to bring it up. 10 years is a long time. Am I overthinking, like what? And I'm not saying that this is her. I'm saying this is life.
Sure.
And then that person comes, like, you can't control who it is, right? Like, and Wes is a crazy pants. So like, and we all know now that this was his master plan, probably to be the Kyle of the group and kick out all the people. This is what happens. Like, what you're saying would be great, but it's not. It would be great because it doesn't happen. What happens is people get scared and they hook up with their friends because that's comfortable. And it's the same as, like, we've talked about, like, when you break up with somebody and you go back to an ex because it's comfortable.
Yeah.
Getting with a friend in the friend group, equally comfortable.
I mean, maybe for an emotionally immature, unheard person, maybe.
100%.
But here's the thing.
But like, the fact remains.
I wasn't even talking about West and Amanda though in that situation. I was talking about the Kyle and Amanda of it all. Like, she's just never I'm never going to give her a pass that Kyle was the worst person and she just was 0% to blame and she was just a victim of the tornado that was Kyle.
And she was on track to get the Ariana edit.
Yeah.
Basically making Kyle look like Tom Sandoval.
Yeah.
And
so let me ask you this then.
Please.
Why does that make you think that if for half a second that they weren't really banging because she was so close to that edit, that it maybe what she's saying is real? Like maybe West did catch feelings in February and pursue her and go in the whole season and do the smoochy smooches and the kissy kisses. And she was checked out on Kyle, but like hadn't really, and again, defense disclaimer on both, they can go on their separate ways and go to Lake Ozarks and never be seen from again. Because that kind of stuff happens there. But like,
we could be so lucky.
I know, really. But if, yeah, seriously, like, what are we doing? Just watching it melt.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. I can't remember what I was going to say. You interrupted me again. I know it's real
This
hard.
is real service. Thank you, miss.
Dankeschön.
I can't remember what I was going to say.
It was a defense disclaimer.
Oh.
Does this look like this to anyone?
No,
Show hairs
No.
not even close.
Hmm.
It looks like they forgot the stuff on top.
They said there's supposed to be gold shavings on top.
It looks like
I think
Amanda got her
maybe
first
those are at
job
the bottom.
Pinkberry
Not
and she
that
fucked it up.
monetized.
Anyway, ciao for now.
All right, thanks
Thank
for joining
you.
us.
Thanks.
So yeah, I think my point is basically this is what happened is life. What we all want to happen and which rarely does is what you're explaining.
But hold on. I don't really think that's the case with the Amanda and Kyle of it all. Amanda could have, if this chick was in therapy talking to someone who knew anything more than her, could have said, listen, Kyle, we got to tap out of this because all we do is argue. I know in my heart of hearts, I don't hate you, but we're in a place where you hate me and I hate you surface level. I know once you get down a few layers, we actually love and care for one another. But no matter what we do, this is not working. So let's just set each other free. Like, why are we torturing each other? We don't have kids. We don't own anything. Like, we don't have a mortgage.
Again,
it's very easy to get out of this.
Yeah, you're right. You're totally right.
But is that unrealistic for two people in a bad relationship to just cut bait and go?
It shouldn't be, but
it is.
Life has proven that it is, right? It's why what you're saying is so fantastical. It is amazing. It's great because it doesn't happen enough.
Well, it should. Okay.
You're right
That's
there
what Shane
too.
and I did.
Yeah.
I'm of the thinking that like if we're chalking it up to like that's just life, I think the coupling of West and Amanda, that certainly happens a lot and that's just life. But I think the Kyle and Amanda, I think most people would look at their relationship and say, this has got to end.
That's what I think.
So like I think for the West and Amanda, yes, that
But
happens.
they did do that. Like you can't say who's like the time limit is too long or too short or whatever. People stay together for 30, 40 years and then they're like,
Well,
oh,
stayed together for very long when they should have gotten divorced
right?
many years ago.
So like it,
But so like I get it.
10 years to some people would be like, no, she
yeah.
called it quick. I waited 20. I waited 25. What? You know what I
To
mean?
even
Like,
have just the cognition to be like, this needs to end.
I guess where I keep going back to is, sure, take the time that you need to get somewhere.
throw the TV. Sorry to interrupt. Throw the TV show in the mix too.
For
Like
sure.
your
Yeah,
job,
of
you
course.
know,
That's a
like
whole other
that's a whole.
element.
You're getting rid of that.
100%.
Brand
if you're getting
deals,
rid of, yeah,
money.
you're done.
Well, and also,
Their
it
company.
confuses
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
because you don't know, oh, is this a TV show? We're good when we're not on
Yeah.
TV, or maybe we're better when we are. Like, I get all of that. I guess what I'm saying is,
I meant the job part, but yeah,
yes,
that too.
Yes, totally. I guess what I keep going back to though is I'm so frustrated with Amanda taking no accountability for it, and so
I think
you
a
were
normal
there.
person would.
I guess that's it, where it's like, yes, take all the time. If you needed 10 years to feel like this, you've tried everything, you've gone down every avenue to see if this relationship could be healed and we could go the distance, great. I'm not saying don't take that time. What I'm saying is, once you've realized that's what it is, stop victimizing yourself about it. You said I do. This was not an arranged marriage. You live in a country where you have a say in who you want to be with, how long I say who, I say when, I say how much. That's you, Amanda, okay? And for you to just constantly sit here and say, like even in this next portion of it, she says, he pursued me, and she said that to take the blame off of herself. Like, I'm not as guilty as West is, just like she would always say, I'm not as guilty as Kyle is, because Kyle's the big bad monster. This is her MO, and that's my gripe with her. Mm-hmm. And I can't get past it. I cannot, just like I can't get past the sociopathic nature with West. It's like, if you want me to be interested in you at all or root for your comeback, you gotta show me something to root for, and neither one of you are doing that.
Well, it's why West and Amanda are the perfect mix, because she's the perpetual victim and he's the sociopath that knows exactly what buttons to push, what caresses to caress, what words to say to her when she's feeling like the victim. So that's why I do think that I've like kind of switched my mind to thinking that like this might last longer than we think.
Oh, I don't think so. I think we are on the precipice of a breakup.
Bro, I straight Googled halfway through the episode. Are these assholes still together? Is there I'm checking Instagram for the press release or whatever.
Same.
Like the joint jobby.
Another joint statement.
Yeah, it is. After much thought and deliberation.
Honestly, she should change her name to Joint Statement Batula.
That photo of her spitting in his mouth in Italy.
No. Immediately no.
Do you know that I've made it this far without seeing it? We've been in 2 fights. Because she's like, look at this. And I'm like, if you show me that thing, we're done.
And listen.
And it has the same effect. It in. I'm like, it
has the same effect on the corneas that a shishito pepper has on the tongue.
Mm-hmm. It's like putting a shishito pepper in your eyeball.
Yeah, I hope that you don't have to visualize that. Yeah. But
no, I did. I saw it. They snuck it in the episode.
Oh, okay. Oh, right.
That's what I'm saying. I made it this far, and I was like,
I just think that there's my divine feminine intuition is telling me that this isn't over.
Okay.
Whether it lasts, I don't know, but this is not over.
I don't know. Like Amanda clearly, and Lindsay said it in the scene, you have to work on your self-worth and your self-love, because if I blew up my entire life on a national $1 million level, because she was set to honestly probably have a $5 million a year. And that is life-changing money, okay? And I'm sitting on a couch across from someone who I know is telling me the truth, and they start telling me that the guy that I did this for was telling his ex, who is the woman that I screwed over more than anyone, that I was pursuing him, that he was going hard for me, lied about, like, I would kill him. I would find someone to tie cement blocks to his feet and throw him over the Brooklyn Bridge. Like, what are you talking about? You're going to go to Italy with this guy now.
Yeah. But think about what you're saying. This is why I think I'm now even starting to realize why I was so mad at this episode. Because there's that. Then we get to Kyle and West, not to jump ahead, but then they don't talk about it at all. At all.
Yeah.
Like producers talk. There's a story producer. You got what happened at the thing, Okay, get him to talk about that. Well, Amanda said he's pursuing her. So like, maybe they lied and got the graphics wrong again and put the dates out of order. But to my recollection, Amanda and they met a week. You had 6 days to call and be like, what happened?
Yeah.
What happened? Watch the they're in the edit. Like, go. You just hit the button and you can watch. You don't bring it up at all? At what? Hey, well, because Lindsay said that you said, who pursued who? And it seemed like Amanda was probably truthful, right? Like, because Wes was like, well, I felt in love. I mean, listen, we'll get there when we get there. But like, that's what made me pissed about this episode was there was shit that was brought up and then never.
Yes, they
talked
didn't
about
tie
afterwards.
Loose ends. Yeah. I guess what I felt that I did get from this episode is it was because there weren't so many people there just screaming like, what is wrong with you? Why would you want to be a side? And honestly, that was my favorite part of the reunion also. But for clarity's sake, I'm just really nailing down who these people are. And like now I am 100% certain of it. I don't need a judge's ruling. I don't need a DNA test. You are the father. When it was so obvious in all these little moments, like how Amanda starts saying, you know, after the announcement, she realized that she needed to get out of the apartment and start living her life. And West was just, he was constantly texting me and constantly inviting me. And like, I thought this is weird, but I knew I needed to get out. And it's like, right. So was Ciara. So go out with your girl. Go and hang out with the woman that has had your back for 6 years. That is your true friend. Don't go out with this boy who actually has broken the heart of your best friend who's sitting here trying to be a good friend. And Mia's like, yeah, any day and twice on Sunday, I would rather be hanging out with Mia and Ciara. But she wanted to hang out with West because she wanted the male attention.
She said so herself. She places, essentially without saying, she places her value in herself with the man that she's with.
That's right. And because she just kept walking herself into saying,
didn't even say it. Lindsay did.
Lindsay
Lindsay's like, I like attention. Like, and Lindsay was like, male attention.
Correct. And because Amanda just kept walking herself into the answers that we all know about her, but she did it so plainly and so clearly because no one was interrupting her. She was able to just say what she thought was like the smart answer. And this is why I stand by the fact that, again, I'm not saying she's stupid. I just don't think she's the sharpest tool in the shed. Because if she was, with any amount of foresight,
Amanda? Amanda's dumber than this bucket of yogurt.
Okay, well, okay. As Amanda said, those aren't my words, but like with a modicum of foresight, you would have been able to at the very least, hear these words coming out of your mouth, being like, "Wait, what am I talking about? That's insane. I should have taken responsibility for this." Or Ciara, and I know Ciara was asking me to hang out too, but I wanted the male attention. At least you could own it more. But she so stupidly just kept falling into this trap that she set herself, that it was just so clear that this is who you are. Like, I don't have to question it anymore. That's it. Like, the writing's on the wall. And I know it was before. It just felt incredibly clear to me this time. And if anything, Minnie, no. I don't feel bad for her. It's kind of similar to how I felt about Rachel Leviss, where it's like, you just need to be off television and you really need to get help. You really, really do. No?
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm with you. I just don't think she will. Like, I think Rachel understood that she did something wrong.
Amanda's not there yet.
No.
I don't know if Amanda ever will. I don't think Amanda thinks...
That's why she needs help.
Yeah, I don't think Amanda or Wes think they did anything wrong. Wes because he's a psychopath, and Amanda because she's a brat, you know? And again, like, I know I just sat here for however long being like, what's this life? And love happens. And listen, it does. Love happens. And you fucking can't control it sometimes. Well, you can't control when it happens. You control how far it goes, obviously.
That's right.
But like, and they didn't do that. That's the shit part.
Right here, Lindsay said, because Amanda kept saying, you know, he was texting me all the time. We were talking all the time. And I knew that this felt weird, or like, why are we doing this? And Lindsay said, why didn't you shut it down then? And Amanda said, I was being selfish and it felt so good for someone to care about me. And Lindsay, thank God she said it, because I screamed it at the television. Yes, I was like, so many people care about you. You have loving parents. You have a brother. You have all of these friends. I get that fans aren't like your best friends, but I'm just saying, like, you're being hyped up by a community of people. People care about you. You just are so fragile about who you are based off of the male attention you're getting. And you need help for that. I'm not trying to be funny. That's a prison to live your life that way, to live your life inside of the confines of, I'm only valuable or feeling good about myself if I'm getting male attention. And
I'll screw over anyone else to get it.
By any means necessary. And she even said, she's like, I was being selfish. Amanda, that's something that a 10-year-old says to their parent as to like, why did you do this? Well, I was just being selfish. That's not, you're an adult. How did you saw all of this happening? It didn't just happen overnight. I'm sorry, I don't take that excuse.
It's, we do if you're brand new here, welcome, like and subscribe, and spend all your hype points on us.
Wait, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Also, last week someone said, I don't really like all the back and forth. And so I just want to say, if you don't like all the back and forth, this isn't the podcast for you.
You might want to hit the back, before search something else.
Yeah, before you leave.
But we love you. A lot of back and forth here. Why do I always forget what the I'm saying?
Oh, I'm sorry. I interrupted you.
It's not your fault. I think I'm just getting too old.
In fairness, I do always remind you what it is.
The ginkgo biloba. You are pretty good at that. Which is
ginkgo biloba?
Yeah. Isn't that good for your memory for old people? Yeah, I need that. Well, whatever. It was probably pretty cool, but what were you saying right before that?
I don't accept Amanda's excuse.
Oh, right. So I
think, did it.
Yeah, you did it. If I had got one dream. I think that we do the Valley as well on this channel, and we've been just going back and forth with Danny, and like I've said, like if you have to apologize a bunch for the same thing, then at a certain point I'm tapping out on your apology. And you also can't be someone who's willing to apologize, right? Because again, going back to like apologies are great because they don't happen. And when they do, they don't often happen the way they should. So like a good apology is a great thing, right? You talk about it all the time. But if you're willing to give a good apology because you know it doesn't happen and it's a great thing, but that's your bag. Like I'm gonna around because I'm just gonna apologize for it. It'll be fine. I'm gonna do a banger apology, really good at apologies, and that means I can around, right? Because I'm gonna say sorry. I'm getting this with Amanda. Is like she's gonna apologize and tell you, oh well, I was so selfish and I know I was wrong, and you're gonna be like, okay, cool, she gets it. She didn't get it.
Oh, she doesn't get it at all.
She's gonna do some other shit later and milk the state, like do the apology and the apology. So she's okay with apologizing and pretending to accept her.
But don't you think her apologies suck? I feel like they're 100%. Always followed by a but. Yeah, she's always justifying.
And what pissed me off about this episode probably the most is that she continues to not mention Ciara's name, not mention the fact that what she did to her best friend. Yeah. She continues, like you said. Her MO is to create the victimhood in herself, not take accountability, and then diminish everyone else's feelings about what she did, which she continues to do in this episode. She doesn't say Ciara's name once. I went back to see, did you say Ciara? Did you say Ciara's?
Yep.
No mention
Lindsay
of
did, but you didn't.
No mention of the word Ciara.
Or, that's interesting.
So that only reaffirms she only cares about the relationship and how this affected her in regards to West and Kyle, not Ciara.
But also doesn't bring up Kyle in the way that she should, right? She brings up Kyle in a like, well, he was an asshole. Never as a like, I did this thing, I banged his friend, right? Not best friends, not whatever, but like Kyle and him were friends. They went to the farm and rode cows or whatever they did.
Well, that's Wes. That's Wes' thing. Wes never thinks anybody is his best friend. Everyone else thinks they're his best friend.
But Wes doesn't ever think he has a girlfriend either, but people think that they're his girlfriend.
Correct.
He's that's a boy who doesn't understand love. No one's ever loved him
Don't even.
before.
You have knives in here and I will cut you. The one spot where I do think Lindsay went wrong, and I get why she did this, because she is very angry at Wes. I'm very angry with my father. She wants to just slam him and make him look like the worst person ever, which, don't worry, girl, he's doing that for himself. When she said to Amanda, so he manipulated you. And like, sure, because West is manipulative, but Amanda is also 50% to blame for this. So I just don't want, because someone like Amanda is going to hear that. And because you saw, she goes, those aren't my words, but she started to smile. Because that's how Amanda gets people to do her dirty work for her. And that's how she gets out of learning the lesson. And that's why she's able to give these shitty, I'm sorry, but I needed to be selfish. I was in a 10-year relationship. I thought no one was ever going to love me again. This is what happens that's how I got through my marriage, because all of the trauma and the whatever. And it's just like, I've never once heard you be accountable for anything.
Right. Because in the Courtney Abiati perfect world, we would all say, I allowed myself to be manipulated by this man because I put my worth in whether he likes me or not. I allowed my female friendships to take a back seat because I am incapable of finding any self-worth that is not attached to a man.
Correct.
That's how you would say it.
Yes.
If you were a perfect person. Of course, that's not what we're getting. Or not even
a perfect person, just someone who's done any level of introspection
and has emotional maturity.
Has emotional maturity and also doesn't want to be life's victim.
Yeah.
I want to take responsibility for my life. I want to show up and be accountable to the people that I love and am responsible to, and to myself.
Yeah.
I don't want to be someone that everyone treats like this fragile little baby bird. Yeah. I am a full grown adult, and I want to have life's experiences at the front seat of the roller coaster. And you only get to do this stuff if you're accountable, in the sense of like, eventually people become hip to the fact that you're an asshole and they don't want to be around you anymore. They don't want to bring you on the trips, and they don't want you on their TV shows, and they don't want to do all this stuff. And Amanda hopefully is getting taken out of the amusement park.
Well, I just hope for her, Amanda, one of my favorite things that I've learned this year, life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you.
Yes.
So if you could just shift that thinking in your brain, you could have gotten the Ariana edit if you had the mentality of, this is happening for me. It's not happening to me. But she's so
locked in her victimhood.
Yes, and just so up her own ass that she's like, oh, woe is me.
She really should. I mean, if Carl wants to talk to her, she really should be talking to Carl.
That would be a nightmare.
Well, he's done so much work on himself, and one of the tenets in a 12-step program is it's like radical responsibility. Like, this happened because I did X. This happened because I was a part of Y. And I just think if you live your life and yes, of course, bad things befall all of us, but everything in Amanda's life is not her fault.
Yeah.
And it's exhausting.
It's exhausting.
I wonder Kyle snapped all the
Does
time.
everyone need to be fixed? Like, is she just, she's just a bitch. And that's like, you need some bitches, right? If you don't have bitches, then how do you know that somebody's not a bitch? Or, like, if you don't have assholes, how do you know that somebody's nice?
But the interesting thing about Amanda is that for 10 years, we've watched her ask Kyle, please change, please take accountability, please grow up, please do X, Y, Z. All the while, she's not doing any of that herself.
Amazing point.
So how can you expect this person to change if you're so unyielding to doing it for yourself?
Well, because her idea of what
so maybe she is just a bitch.
Supposed to. Well, that's. I mean, like, some people are just bitches and dicks, and that's
I'm not being
she's not a chick
thing.
She's
a brat. That's what I mean.
No, I've been saying it forever. She's a brat. I said it last night, I think.
And those can sometimes be interchanged. But.
I went to school in Newport.
Yep.
And there's so many kids who just milk their parents' hard work.
I'm from Ventura County, if you ever heard of it.
I have.
It's not Newport Beach, but it's certainly, we're full of brats.
You know what was a crazy part of this scene also to me is when Lindsay was just like, so is this like a long-term, like, how did it start? I can't remember if Lindsay said, what's your plan, or is this a long-term thing? But Amanda starts saying that, what's your timeline? She starts saying, we have spoken about the future, and I've told him that I want to have kids.
Ugh.
Like, you're going to, and as I'm listening to this, my first thought is the last thing you should be doing is having a child anytime soon. Like, that, right?
100%, because you yourself are a child.
Correct.
You're not ready
babies having babies.
Yeah, right. You are not prepared to be a mother.
At all. Then, it's so messed up because I feel like this is what Amanda does and granted, we've only seen her in 2 relationships, but they've been whoppers of relationships. And we see her basically say to Kyle, like, if you loved me, you would do this. And she's now saying to West, if you really want to be with me, if this is really serious,
her trap.
Yeah, like how we saw Lindsay's pattern is she would push and push and push because she needs to know she can push you so hard that you're never going to leave.
Abandon her, yeah.
Right? Because that's her wound.
Yes.
This is Amanda's, right? Like, you have to sign it in blood that you're going to give me everything that you are in right now, that like, and it's life according to Amanda.
But it's hard for us to feel bad for that because, as you pointed out, from what we've seen, your life is not that bad.
Oh, but even if her life was bad, I still wouldn't feel accepting of that. Just in the sense of like, that's not a healthy way to be in a relationship, girl.
Right.
Even if you had a really traumatic childhood, I have so much empathy for that, and that's awful. Yeah. But like, this is not how you get a healthy adult relationship.
But at least with Lindsay, we know the origin of the pattern, and we've seen her heal that pattern.
Yes, and if she didn't, I would be frustrated with Lindsay as well.
And that's why we've all turned on Lindsay. Or
Correct.
Flipped on Lindsay. Because we've seen her grow. But Amanda, we've not seen grow. If anything, Amanda's digressed.
I kept thinking I would love to be a fly on the wall when these two idiots have this conversation, because he's the most inarticulate person in the world.
West and Kyle's conversation?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not West and Kyle, West and Amanda. When they're having these conversations about like, and I want kids soon and all this stuff. Because Lindsay's looking at her saying, you think this is some big conversation? This is literally the conversation. To me, I've had these conversations with guys on dating apps.
Yeah.
When you're saying, oh, I want to be in a monogamous relationship. I'm not ethnically non-monogamous. I'm not poly. I want to get married, or I just want a partner. I want to have kids. I have kids. I don't want to have any more kids. Like,
that's
you
for
should
space.
That's right. That's literally, I don't even have to have these conversations, come to think of it, because on some of the apps, it just says it for you, because that's how obvious these things are. Sorry, she really winds me up.
This is how I imagine their conversation.
I don't know the
Manders. One of my kids.
Oh yeah, Westy.
Yeah,
Westy, I will. What's with all the open your eyes? Open your eyes. It's not cute.
You can't open your eyes when you're on that many drugs. But I don't think the fly on the wall would be horrible, because you couldn't not laugh, and they'd be like, "Is that fly laughing at us?
Right.
What the is going on?"
I did like when Lindsay pointed.
Dumb. You would get dumber.
Yeah, 100%.
You couldn't be there too long.
Yeah, so it's like you can't, like Everest. You can't take your glasses off. You can't stay up there too long because you'll die.
Yeah,
that's their conversation. Yeah. It's like the reverse Everest.
No oxygen. No, it's Everest. There's no oxygen in the room.
Oh yeah,
and you're going.
Amanda
I just think there's something beautiful about summiting Everest, and I don't know if there's something beautiful about being in the room with these two stony balonies. Also, after this, Lindsay says he's already cheated on you with Meija.
Stop it. Listen, I can't.
What?
I'm not going there. That was the dumbest thing. This was, again, just Lindsay being so mad at West and just throwing anything she could find onto the pile. He didn't cheat on you. Like, you guys weren't in a full relationship. This dude's banging 1,000 chicks. Like, West isn't cheating on anybody.
No, I don't think so, because didn't they kind of say, like, we're together, like, at the reunion, right?
Yeah.
So, like, kind of, he cheated.
How about that? He withheld information.
When? But he banged Meija when? In March?
Yeah.
That reunion was the
middle end of April.
They were basically,
so that's after.
Lindsay was just saying he was sleeping with both of you at the same time. You didn't know it, and he didn't because he didn't tell you, because that's his MO, and it's messed up.
Yeah, I just think the cheating on Amanda thing was a bit rich.
Yeah, but I think Amanda should hear it that way, because she's so dense with these things, and she makes so many excuses. Yeah. And there's so many things.
Like, Amanda knew this dude was banging. We had talked about it on this show about, like, this guy's, if they're having an affair, he's got to keep banging other chicks in the public, because, like, it's the only way it doesn't seem obvious.
I saw that more as a warning to Amanda as opposed to diss on West. Well, not a warning, because it's already kind of happened.
I thought it was both, two truths.
Yeah, maybe two truths. But I thought it was more of like, Amanda, he's already cheated on you once. He's already screwed Ciara over twice. You're the new Ciara. He's going to screw you over again. So, like, wake 100%. Up, open your eyes, and realize that if he's capable of doing it once, he'll do it many more times. And so, yeah, maybe two truths. I really don't agree with you about...
Whatever, dude. Okay.
I really do think Lindsay, in her long game, is more so concerned about the longevity of the show, the longevity of her relationship with Amanda that she's had for 10 years or more, than she is about trying to get West fired. West is, like you said, he's doing it himself.
But I think she wants to make sure she puts that nail in that coffin.
Sure,
like,
but
I'm making sure you're dead.
What surpasses that concern is the concern for the longevity of this group in the show.
But you think Amanda's going to wreck that? Like, you think that Lindsay feels like Amanda is such a key player and an integral part of these two shows, that if she leaves, that it's going to jeopardize the show?
I don't know.
Whiny little brat.
I'd like to think that they've gotten closer over the last
That's another thing
seasons.
I want to ask about. We're over halfway through in the city, and all I'm hearing is, "Oh, we get so close." Nothing.
Show me.
5 episodes in of an 8 episode. Like, we only got 3 left. Where's this budding relationship that you're talking about?
Good point.
Like, yeah.
How about this? I think they hated each other so much and they were so at odds that where they are now probably does seem like this Herculean journey because
that's a good point.
They were so behind the 8 ball. Yeah. And I also think that, yes, she is very much eye on the prize and focused on the show sustaining itself. Yeah. But part of that is making sure that West is dead and buried because he was the cancer.
Okay.
I think, after this, Lindsay just said what we were all thinking. Imagine up so badly we all forgot how bad of a husband Kyle was to you. You blew up your life when you were winning. And Amanda says, because she's just one of those people that like life just happens to her. And she said, Lindsay says to Amanda, I hope that makes you angry. And then Amanda prophetically says, I have a lot of feelings. Name them. Name them. Name them. Draw something resembling anything. Both of you and West. It's like, what are the feelings, Amanda? What are the feelings? You're not that stupid. Like, you could say, I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling frustrated. I'm feeling angry. Like, to just say I'm having a lot of feelings or there's a lot to think about. This is how I know you really haven't learned your lesson because you're leaving Lindsay's to go home and shtup West. Yeah. You're still going to Italy.
Leave. Like you just won out of this conversation. Yep. When I bring it up, but like when she first got there, this goes to the chummy thing. The amount of facial muscles it took her to keep that grin from popping out in the beginning before Lindsay kind of went in a little bit and she started crying. She was just like, I was like, bitch, just grin. Just let it out. It's so obvious that you want to just smile and gloat and be a little twat face. Like, let your twat face twat.
Let your freak flag twat face. I don't know. We'll workshop that.
Yeah, we got plenty of time.
Let your twat flag fly. That's it.
That was a good one.
No, we did it. Yeah. Okay, so does anyone have anything else to say about the Lindsay Amanda meeting?
No, other than that, this one, if I haven't said it already, because I'm having amnesia.
Lindsay's house is amazing.
Lindsay's house is amazing, but this portion of the episode, again, is what pissed me off the most.
Really?
Because I don't expect anything anymore from West.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
I have such low expectations of him to take any accountability for anything, because we know now, if it wasn't already clear, he's incapable. There's a part of me that still wanted Amanda almost to, again, bring up Ciara, how it's affected her, how it's affected the house. And I think that Lindsay asked more pertinent questions that we, again, did not get the most definitive answers to with Amanda. So that's why this portion of it pissed me off more than it did the Kyle and West portion.
See, I liked this portion better than the Kyle and West portion because I think we're never going to get the clarity from Amanda. Maybe in 3 years, right? When this all shakes out. And she's writing a book.
But do you really think we'd get it from West?
No, God, no.
Okay.
But I think that Amanda just so clearly showed us who she was I
feel like I got that from the reunion.
I did.
So I didn't need that from this
but
episode.
It was such a
I feel like I got that when she put out the post that said she was banging West.
Yeah.
It's kind of about
fair.
Sure.
Maybe this is like volume 1, 2, and 3.
Sure.
I just think because she was so... First of all, she was so medicated at the reunion.
Bro.
But I truly do feel like, you know how they say like drunk thoughts are true thoughts?
Yeah.
High, whatever she was on, that's probably how she feels.
No. I think that's how she feels. I also just think like she wasn't like, what are you talking? Like anything she said at the reunion just felt nonsensical. And here, at least she was saying, he pursued me. We didn't, like I said earlier, we didn't know that she didn't know that he said, no, you're pursuing me. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do understand what you're saying. It still pissed me off more.
We also, I think what I was saying too about the West, that pissed me off because we didn't hear from West.
Yeah.
That could have been, I didn't finish, but I think that could have been Lindsay just being like, well, he said that, like just doing some bullshit.
I don't think it was though. I don't
know if it was. I'm just saying it could have been, maybe. She just seems so mad at West.
And like I co-sign it.
I do too. 100%.
You're a West apologist.
I'm not. I don't. I
formerly,
but
in recovery.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
But what I've said is that I think they're going to take her back, and that pisses me off.
That
and
pisses me off.
This is what this scene was to me: was Lindsay, you're taking her back.
Well,
this is the beginning of you taking her
Really?
back.
That's why it pisses me off too. I think I had that thought as well. And that's what I'm saying, how Lindsay's playing the long game. Like, that's her long game. It's like, maybe they're going to try to get Amanda back.
Oh, nobody wants her back. So just let her go, Ho.
Yeah, but I think I was looking for some redemption with Amanda from this, and I didn't get it, and that's why I was pissed.
Oh, I think she's irredeemable in this situation. So I was never looking for redemption.
See, and that's maybe where we disagree.
Yeah.
But I knew West was irredeemable.
That is that's what it is, because you were looking for redemption from her. I think she's irredeemable in this situation. So the further clarity of who she is and her showing her ass, that's why I was satisfied with this scene.
And maybe that's why I was pissed.
Yeah, 100%. And by the way, I wish Lindsay went I feel like you're watching a tennis match. I wish she went deeper. I wish she went harder on her, not making her cry. I don't mean it like that, but just saying things more.
Some tears.
Like that, yeah.
The heathens over here wish that she drew blood. But I do wish she asked, like, a little bit, kept going with the harder interrogation.
Yeah.
But I was happy that she did any of it.
I also just, as a general thought, and then we'll move on, I thought this was going to be a longer episode. Didn't they say that Kyle and Wes filmed for like 3 hours?
Yeah.
We got maybe 20 minutes of their segment?
I wasn't thinking
it was
not even that.
Straight up 42. I think it was 15, 15, and 10.
Yeah, it was.
Was basically the breakdown of the three things.
I wanted it to be like an hour.
Yeah, I definitely did not. I didn't want it to be 42 minutes. I could have done with like a 2-minute teaser. I could have done with nothing, 100%. Yeah. So we talked about in the early days, we talked about how just because Scandival worked out so well for a few people and Ariana, and what rightfully so, not shitting on it, it's like this is going to become a thing now, right? Like Craig and Paige made dating on a reality show such a big profitable thing, and I'm not saying it was fake. You know, we've had that conversation.
I don't know. Are you?
Might be a little bit. Craig's part was fake. Paige's was real. But like they made it a business, right? Whether it was real, so like
they made it a brand within the Bravo brand.
Yeah, it was like, oh well, I'm gonna get me some of that. So now people are like, I'm gonna hook up, I'm gonna get the thing. And then the Scandival made Scandals a profitable business. Yeah. All these things have resulted in an apology of some sort, good or bad, and then a new scandal, which means the old scandal nobody remembers, and it goes away, and you're forgiven. Tom Sandoval's going to go on a show. Tom Sandoval might be on this show or The Valley. Like, there's legitimate talk of him coming back into the fold. You know, and he's still playing music. Like, he hasn't. Well, like, listen. My point is, Amanda could be acting like a. You guys, I'm not like I think she's an idiot, but she could be sitting there being like, "Yeah, cool. Let me have it." You think she's
operating under the thought process of like, "I'll be back
any minute now." One of these other idiots is going to cheat on their husband or their wife, or they're going to beat up some chick and and I will be no longer in the news. Wes and I won't matter. We can be together or not be together. A year from now, I'm going to play it off as like, "Oh, he manipulated me," just like Lindsay said, and it's not going to matter. The whole thing's not going to matter. Because we'll be sitting here 9 months from now, hopefully less, because this really worked out well for us. Welcome all our new friends. Hopefully in a couple of weeks we get
Courtesy
a new scandal.
Of West and Amanda.
Yeah, thank you. There's a silver lining to these twat faces. But we will be focused on another scandal at some point and being like, "Oh, I can't believe these two are narcissists, piece of shit. This is how you should apologize."
Because we've been about at least 3 years out from Scandival.
Yeah,
but scandals aren't rare.
And then
scandals are rare, is what I'm saying. Like the last big scandal we had was Scandival.
I mean, like if we're going back with Housewives, like Reality Bontees on Salt Lake, that wasn't really. That wasn't even like a real, but that was overplayed like crazy. And that was like the most recent Housewives scandal.
Jen Shaw going to prison.
Jen Shaw, yeah.
But like still, it's like once every 3 years.
Take out the reality show portion of it, right?
Oh, scandal every other. Yeah.
So it just means like something else is going to happen at some point, and Amanda and West are going to be an afterthought.
Yeah.
And 3 or 4 years from now, we're going to be like, remember when West and Amanda banged? Yeah. That was crazy.
I'll be asking my kids,
and it's not.
They'll be asking me.
It won't even.
But here's the thing: we've said this from jump. It's not like we want their lives to be ruined or anything insane like that. You just got to hug the cactus for a little bit. And I'm the nerd that's always like, I'm rooting for growth. And at some point, hopefully, I don't know, West to me, I don't know if he might really have like the narcissistic, like you can't fix this.
Might?
I'm just saying I'm not a doctor.
Neither am I, but geez.
Figured.
But point being is like, great, go out, live your life. But for right now, I need you off my TV screen. I need a break from you.
I need a break.
Ask and you shall receive. We got it today.
Is Amanda also 100% not coming back? No, she's not.
Just West.
When do we find out about Amanda? Because I really would like
Amanda
Amanda to be
it's
gone.
June 16th. They start filming in 2 weeks or so, so we'll find out.
Okay. And we'll be here for you when we do. Okay. We now are going 7 days later. Fast forward. May 20th, Kyle's apartment. West arrives. Barf.
Barf.
I think, in the great words of Natalie, Kyle is still in his discovery phase. Because when West walked in the apartment and the dogs start barking, and he's like, oh, I should know better. And then Kyle's like, you ever been to the apartment?
No,
and
first time.
No, never. 100% no.
Liar,
He's like,
pants on fire.
You really never been to this apartment?
And then
No.
He 100%
that dog knows you.
Yeah.
Banged on that couch.
Yeah.
While Kyle was out in Aspen doing some DJ show.
That's right.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah.
Well, now this makes it real horrible. If that's true, we don't like because like my big thing with the Scandival was like, no, they banged in her bed. Like that's next.
That's
level,
next level,
dude. Like that's kill you. That you die. You're dead. So, like in that was it. But where's your spot? And that's the thing. If Natalie was sitting here, I'm gonna speak for Natalie. That's some freaky, creepy West Wilson shit. Where's your spot? He wants to know if he on Kyle's spot.
That's right.
Oh, you sicko.
The way this started, this whole segment irritated the ever-loving piss out of me because, first of all, Kyle starts, and it's just like, West, you weenie. You're the one who wanted to talk to him. You're the one who said, you were apologizing. You wanted to apologize in person. You want to have a conversation in person. So speak. Come on, bro. Come. If you came here to say something. But he doesn't because he's a spineless turd. And so Kyle starts talking. He's like, I honestly don't even know where to start. And then West says, I wanted to talk off camera. And this is a paraphrasing because I couldn't even try to type out what he was saying. And I still have no idea. West said he wanted to talk off camera because he figured his time on camera was over and he didn't want it to look... Honestly, I don't understand what he was trying to say. Something about when you perform badly at a reunion, anything after that looks suspect. I don't know. This guy sucks. That's my note. Like, did you even... What is he saying?
It's not...
Thank you. Okay, I feel better.
I'm with you. Like, I don't care. All I cared about was that poor dog. I never seen a dog that was an empath. That was the first empath dog I ever saw, that poor little guy. He was so like, I'm so nervous. You what?
I've met many dogs that are empaths.
Yes, I think all animals. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that guy was extra. So that's all I really cared about was the dog. And then
I have a note about the dog. I was like, that dog knows something is
not right.
Not right.
Now that dog told us more than we all like. That dog told us more than all the reunions and this piece of shit episode.
This dog has seen that Italy spitting photo 10 times over.
In real life.
In real life.
Bro.
So that was my note about the dog.
Okay, great. Don't want to interrupt you.
So all I cared about was the dog, and then Kyle saying something that was so interesting. And I like...
Was it am I supposed to be supportive or am I supposed to punch you in the face?
Well, punch in the face. 100%.
Yeah, he deserves to get punched in the face.
We're fighting a little bit, just for 5 or 10 minutes, like, and then we'll talk. But like, we're definitely punching.
6'5".
Yeah. But when he said,
by the way, Kyle's totally winning in a fight between him and Wes.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, listen, I'm not trying to get into it again because Wes doesn't. He's not a fighter. He doesn't like fighting. I can tell you when that whole thing went down.
He's also an out of shape.
Just because of football doesn't mean you like to possibly get the shit beat out of you and your nose broken. That's a different situation. He's not a fighter.
I feel like Wes would love getting beaten up.
Oh yeah, because then he's got a story.
Yeah, he's got a story. It'll like bring him back to his football days.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like he's not a fighter. Ugh. Watch that fight scene with Carl.
No, he's not fighting. He'd love to get fought with though.
I don't know. Anyways, when Kyle was talking about Amanda not going to the podcast, and like I don't think Kyle's dumb at all. I think Kyle's a pretty smart guy. But I never looked at Kyle and was like, oh, you're a smart guy. Like you're interesting, smart, and like smart enough I would want to hang out with you and like learn, like, you know what I mean? Like that kind of smart. But when he said, and this could be totally dumb, but to me it was like, oh, that's interesting. He stopped her from going to a podcast because he was like, you haven't seen the show. You haven't watched the reunion. You're going to go talk about defending yourself, but off of what? Like you haven't seen anything. Like, so what are you speaking on? He said. Yeah. And I was like, oh shit, that is such a like great look into the future, like viewpoint. You know what I mean?
It's like
just was interesting the way he said, like, what are you going to speak on? You haven't seen anything.
Right.
You're going to go make a fucking ass of yourself, and I'm protecting you yet again.
Because these two people are still stuck arguing a point that's almost irrelevant. Yeah. Like, nobody cheated. It wasn't an affair. And they're all saying, right, we're talking about the fact that you hurt Amanda. You lied to everyone in the friend group. You lied to Kyle. Yeah. They're not even divorced yet. The ink wasn't even dry. It was like 2 weeks after they put out their, or a month or whatever. Right. You're arguing that you're going to charge me to check my bag, and the flight already took off. Like, this is so, you guys are not getting it because you're just so stuck on stupid. Listen, I can't, West is mind-numbingly painful to listen to for me. Because he's trying to say something, but you're beat because all your material's old. When he says, you know, the friendship stuff was really hard, and I know that my word doesn't mean a lot right now because I've lied to everybody. And it's like all he does is look at the floor or close his eyes. No, he can never look anyone in the eye because you're a sociopath and you're lying to everybody.
That's the one thing I said. I was like, at least Twatface looked at Lindsay and like made eye contact and, you know, said words that made sense. And, you know, this kid's a tool. It's offensive to watch. It's offensive because it's offensive because I was just seeing it as that, and like, listen, Wes isn't watching us, but as I said that, this kid's such a tool. I can see Wes Wilson watching me say that and being like, yeah, dude, totally. I'm the tool. I'm about to go do my podcast. I'm making $1 million bucks. I'm going to do the thing. I'm all these chicks. I was this close to taking over that whole shit. Like, don't, you know, like, yeah, you didn't pull it off. It's the same with who was the Russian girl and that came over and like swindled everybody?
Anna Delvey.
She was like, oh, I did this, I did that. Like, we watched that movie in the documentary, and she was like so adamant about how she did this thing. And we were watching, I was like, but you didn't. Yeah. You got caught, like you didn't pull it off, or you were that close. You did a really almost amazing job, but you didn't pull it off. You got caught, right?
Yeah, you know what almost doing something is? Not doing it.
That's right. Totally. So like West, you almost did it, but he didn't, right? So he's so
I feel the same way.
Yeah, yeah, again, I don't even remember what I'm saying. He's so dumb. He gets me too fired up.
Wes said
he makes me dumb.
No, don't say that about yourself. Yeah. Wes says I've only processed things in the last 2 weeks, which, again, what?
Yeah, but later you fell in love in February,
right?
Yeah, I'd love to know what that means for you. How do you what do you mean by processing?
Because nothing he says means anything.
Right.
Sorry, I'm not yelling at you.
No. I know.
Really upset.
I know. But like, I would love for him to which in a perfect, we're not gonna get it. But what does that mean for you, Wes? Like, how are you processing that? What have you processed?
Do you remember in the reunion? It was like they were like going to break, and Kyle was still kind of talking to Wes, and he said something along the lines of, I just want to know, like, how much do you care?
And then Ciara's walking by and she goes,
he doesn't. That's it. Period. The end. The end. Like, subscribe, hype, and tell a friend.
Yeah, no,
he doesn't care.
It is that. And then, and there's a part of everyone, Ciara mainly, saying like, you're not the same person here as you are in real life. Like you don't share that, right? So like, there's a very, very good chance that West is like, when you're like, oh, how can anyone trust him? How can these people trust? Well, because they're his friends. They know West in real life, right?
I don't think they do. I think because sorry.
I'm saying like they do. What West is, and this could be the game that he plays. What West is saying to them is like, that's the TV show's not real. The TV show is fake. The TV show's where I go play this weirdo guy who's doing all. I'm cool. Like you guys know, so like. They're probably all laughing at us, being like, I can't believe. They're like, you know what I'm saying?
They are because Dara was with him when he wasn't on the show.
Prior to the show.
He wasn't.
Well, that doesn't mean anything.
No, but I'm saying she knew him in real life. They were like normal people that just met. And she said, he's the best person in the world until you fall in love with him. And I think he's...
Right.
So
he's the best person in the world. Until you fall in love with him. Right. But that doesn't mean that he's not... fooling all of us and fooling these summer house people and fooling the Kyles or trying to. Again, he got so close. But the game plan, as we're starting to find out, was I'll get in, I'll oust all the key players, and I'll be the lead guy. I'll be the number one guy in the group, and I'll run this shit for the next 10 years, and I'll bring all my friends in, right?
Yeah.
Great plan. Love it. Like I said, you almost had it. But if that's the game plan, his friends are kind of laughing at, well, they were, not now, because they're like, bro, you all up. He's not, that could be the game plan, right? Like that he's just being somebody else on this TV show.
No, I think how you do something is how you do everything.
I agree.
And
I like
he's
to think
a
that
sociopath
he's
in his life.
Unless you're in entertainment, then it's not.
No.
There's too many things, like no long real relationships. You're 31 years old. When we met him, he had just gotten fired. I want to know, why'd you get fired? What, like, you aren't some person with like...
He's no Rico Suave.
Or no, I just mean, why am I believing you anywhere about anything?
Yeah.
And you've had some things happen that are lies with people who knew you before you were ever on the show, while you were on the show, but they weren't on the show. You kept them private. Like, there's just so many things coming and going with him that I just think, I think this is who he is in his real life, in the sense of you're a sociopath outside the show as well.
I agree, because if you're able to do all of this to people that you lived with, and I know this is like work, this is a show, like he does think it's fake, but if you're able to do that with people, that there's an expectation that you're supposed to like be like friends with them and like get to know them on that level. I can't imagine that he's not doing that to the people that he's meeting like at the bars and stuff that he then calls his friends. I don't think he has any real friends.
See, I think he's such like that happy-go-lucky guy in a fake way. And so he can amass friends, because who doesn't want to like go out with the guy who's on the TV show, going to a bar, nothing matters, we're all having fun, I'm never in a serious relationship, I'm always down to pound or always down to go on a trip. Like, he was that good time guy for a long time, I think, to the people in his life. But when Ciara said you're so different off camera, what I think is she meant is, we know you're doing drugs and you're more obvious with that off camera. I think you are playing the field all over the place on camera, and you're trying to present this more thoughtful. Ciara didn't like me for a whole summer, and it made me so sad. And when is she just gonna like me again? Because she'd be so mean to me, and I just want to be friends with everyone again, and I want to be in the sandbox with everyone again. Shut up! You're in the bathroom doing things you shouldn't be doing. Yeah. Like, you're not some poor little kid who got bullied out of the group. You acted like an asshole. And by the way, the second you got an inch back into the group, you took more than a mile, and look what you did. Because you can't be trusted. To me, right now, this guy is not redeemable, in addition to Amanda. And I'm so glad he's not coming back. And for him to say, like, I had a feeling, because he's got to beat you to the punch, right? Like, oh no, it's fine that you didn't ask me out. I don't like you anyway. I didn't want to have the conversation on camera because also I figured like my time is up on camera. Oh, what made you think that, buddy?
Yeah.
Like, of course, No one's gonna want you back. Like, don't think that you're excusing yourself from the show because this isn't good for you anymore. No, you wanted to take over the whole thing. It didn't work, and now you're bowing out because you failed at your plan. I'm so irritated with him. Okay, so this is a good time for us to cut. We still obviously have the entirety of this scene to unfortunately get through because I can't stand West and it's raising my blood pressure. But that, and then the scene with Ciara and Meija, obviously, and then the open-endedness of
everything.
Everything. Like, subscribe, hype, and tell a friend. Meet us over there. We can't even get into all of it because we're so exhausted with these people. Wow. And by these people, I just mean Amanda and West. I love everyone else. Okay, bye.
Love you, bye.
Me.
Do we have to cut and give her a hard drive? And
yeah, probably.
Nat?